Choke Artist Podcast. Oh yeah, baby. Today's episode features Indiana-based rock band, Whale Bones.
Hey, so if you're listening to this, you're listening to the Choke Artist Podcast, number 6, I think. This is going to be our 6th episode.
Wow.
So, we're getting there. I'm with the fellas from Whale Bones. Why don't you guys go around the room and say your names, what you do?
What's up? I'm Nathan. I sing and play guitar.
Hey, I'm Paul. I play drums.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I play guitar.
Paul had the best, dating video-esque, hi, I'm Paul.
I like long walks on the beach.
I do. I've never applied for dating websites. I swear. That's not why it's so good.
I'll accept your request if you have a dog in your photo.
Pretty much. Dating websites are
Speaking of
dangerous.
dogs, special guest up in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Champ here. The alternative title for this podcast was going to be Champ's House. Because if you live here, he runs the house. He really does. He's cool now, but when he's in his mood, everyone knows, He's like he's like the dog at the party that has to throw the vibe off. Let's get the Champ mic. We should strap a mic to him.
What's up, Champ?
We just strap a GoPro to him as well.
Oh, the Champ cam?
Yeah, it's all like a live stream on one of those Twitch sites or something like that.
We can get him fired up. Let's get him fired up.
Triple mic.
He's gonna be so confused. He's a good dog now. Loves
Sick.
licking that couch.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are here on tour from Bloomington,
Yeah.
right?
Bloomington, Indiana.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What day of your run is this?
It's a good question. We're about halfway done, whatever that means.
14th, so today's day 5.
Cool.
Okay, day 5, yeah.
Do you guys know what day of the week it is?
Thursday.
It's Thursday, because yesterday it's Wednesday, my dude.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Literally how we've been keeping track of time.
Yeah, it's just a meme per day, and then we
Perfect.
know,
Keeps
yeah.
the doctor away.
Yeah, exactly.
Laughter's the best medicine.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
How's the run been going so far?
It's been cool. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Different venues every night. It's different really cool setups for every venue. We play a record shop, a DIY venue, record store, a different record store, I guess.
What record shops?
So we played Boon Tunes last night, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
we played the Record Exchange in Silver Springs, Maryland. It was
Cool.
right outside DC, so we got to go into DC for the day and explore around and hang out. And yeah, I'm trying to think.
We didn't play it, but we went to Crete Records in Philly.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was cool.
Essential.
We saw the
Yeah.
Cardboard Swords play there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, we also played an art gallery in Cleveland, which was really cool.
Nice.
So that was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I forget that Boon Tunes is also functioning as a record shop.
Yeah, they had it really well hidden. They moved it all out of the way for the show. So that's
The
cool.
pit.
Yeah. For the pit, yeah.
And that's a cool spot too, because I think I was telling you guys, I've never been to Booton before,
Right.
so I never knew what to expect. But there's always kids that come out and are
Yeah.
into it. So
Yeah, it seems like it has a pretty decent scene. Just everybody there was so awesome and
Yeah.
nice and willing to check out new bands and stuff. It's a cool place.
the owner used to play in a band.
Is he the dude? He was running sound.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Justin. He
Yeah.
used to play in a ska band,
Nice.
back when Jersey had a killer ska scene in the
Nice.
90s.
That's awesome.
Right
So
on.
I found out last time I was there and I geeked out so hard because I just they got it's Professor Plum they're called.
Okay.
And Catch 22 was a big ska band from around here.
Right.
And at the end of the Catch album, they do shout outs to all the ska bands, and Professor Plum is one of the first
Oh,
bands.
snap.
Dude. And he's so adamant and just old now. I was yeah, I used to play in a band, it was cool, but I'm the
Right.
ska geek. Oh, check out this tattoo I have.
Oh,
Oh, my
snap. You got a
gosh.
ska lip tattoo.
It's real. Yeah.
That's
Oh
rad.
my
I'm
gosh.
certain. Yeah, you guys didn't know you're hanging out
Is
with
that
a
is
ska
that
I
a
had
stick
no
and poke, or
idea.
is that a needle with a gun, or?
needle with a gun.
That's awesome. Wow.
I thought to myself what's the trashiest and dumbest tattoo
Dude, no,
I
that's
could
rad.
get at
But the one that
same
you can
time?
hide best from an interview.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
awesome. That's sick.
And if I ever hear kids making fun of ska, I'm what'd
You're
you guys
what
say?
did you say?
I know I play in an indie band, but check this out. Yeah. Ska's undercover secret
Yeah,
agent.
dude, exactly. You're the Gestapo of ska.
Yeah, Ska Secret Police. Dude, there's a band name.
Yeah.
Ska Secret Police.
That's a good name. I'm actually a cop too, so it'd work perfectly.
Boom bam. There we go.
Freeze! Pick it up! Pick it up!
I'm gonna need you to drop it.
Rude boys, get in the car. Oh man, that'd be beautiful.
Put your hands in the air and shake them.
So let's talk about your band a little bit. Let's talk about Whalebones. How'd you guys start? Was this more of a solo thing or?
It's weird. It's like I don't know. It's weird how it all started.
I have no idea how it started.
That's the weird thing about it.
None of us are really sure. Yeah, it's sort of we just ended up in a car and here we are. I don't know. I'd always been writing in high school and stuff, and then I didn't really feel comfortable like playing with anybody, and so it was just more like a thing of I wanted to play with the right people and stuff. And then came to college and had kind of a weird first semester of college, and then I met Paul, and we had like the same music taste, and we shared a lot of the same interests and like the same ideals on things, and also where we wanted to go with music and what we wanted to do. And so it was like, oh snap, this is like too real to whatever. Like we need to start playing. So we started playing on the street together and stuff, and it was just for fun. And then we'd like play
Like
some songs
outside on campus? Or?
Yeah, like there's like a street that has a bunch of bars and stuff like that, and so we would go out there and play and
Nice.
make some chump change. We'd play at like 2 a.m. and just like get enough that we could get grilled cheese from the food truck. Okay. And then
That's fun.
Yeah, and we made enough, and then we'd eat food, and then we'd just hang out, and it was cool.
Yeah, and it started out just all cover songs because, like he was saying, we first hung out. We met each other at a music talent show because we lived in the same dorm, so there's a talent show.
Oh
there.
yeah, this is a good story.
Yeah, so we met each other at that talent show, and we came up to each other afterwards. We're like, "Hey, I really liked your performance," and we're both like, "Nice," and like we should hang out sometime. And so there's like
Best
this
friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here's the
there's
thing:
like a
is
Step Brothers moment.
Yeah, exactly. It
Are
was
we
like,
best friends?
hey, except for Paul won, and I very definitely lost the talent show. It was like a competition sort of thing, and I like had just written a song earlier that week, and I was going to perform it, and I started playing it, and I got to the part where I was starting to sing, and I forgot the words. And it's like classic. So I just stopped, and I blew it, and I started playing a cover instead. And then Paul went up there, and he did like all this cool stuff. And
were there prizes involved? Or
it was money
yeah,
prize.
There was like a small cash prize, but like I saw Nathan's performance like, oh, dude, this guy like wrote a song. All I did was like I air drummed to a song, and then I like hamboned, which is like body percussion, which is like the same one trick pony I'd been in high school.
Yeah,
so
but here's the thing: is it gets you money. Writing songs doesn't get you money, apparently.
Apparently, that's what I'm coming to find.
People want to hear covers.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my friends have been trying to start a wedding band for like 3 months.
Oh
you can
man,
totally make money at weddings.
Yeah, like probably like $3,000 per wedding at least.
Honestly, yeah, because you're playing for like what, like 4 hours, 5 hours?
Yeah,
at the reception.
And people ball out on weddings too.
Yeah.
You know, like their budgets. I know bands that have gotten like 10, but they're like super legit. So. That's more money than I've ever made playing music in total for the past 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Were you going to be like an 80s like Billy Joel cover band or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like specifically one artist from one era.
80s Joel.
Yeah.
Only 80s.
We only play 80s.
We were doing like Bruno Mars and like Amy Winehouse.
Cool.
And then the guitarist we had quit, and now we're just like, oh, I guess we're never going to make money again.
Dude, no, you can make it happen. And Amy Winehouse is awesome. So
yeah,
you gotta work with that.
That'd have been so cool.
Oh yeah.
But so I'm interested about your hamboning chops.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the outskirts of nowhere, Kirkland, Indiana. So like there's like the middle of nowhere, then there's like just on the fringe of it, and that's where I grew up. There's like just cornfields on all sides, and one of the things we do to pass the time was practice hamboning, which is this like derivative of African Jumba dancing. And it's like rhythmic oriented, just like slapping yourself. And my dad taught it. Yeah, if you've ever seen the SpongeBob movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And my dad sort of taught us when we were young. Just I don't know where he picked it up, and so my brothers and I and my little sister, we'd always just goof off with it. And then one day, my older brother and I like started up a YouTube channel, and we uploaded a video of us doing it, and it got like a couple 100,000 views. And then Ellen DeGeneres picked it up and like, yeah, she like put a clip of it on her show. And that was like our literal 15 seconds of fame, which was fun. And then that's sort of where that
That's sick, man.
It was awesome.
It'd be funny if you guys tried to bill like whale bones, like as
Hambone
as
thing.
seen as the on the Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes.
Remember me?
Yeah, that's technically wrong. It's misleading.
How old were you when that happened?
This was my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, okay.
College.
Or college.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh, right on.
it was like 2 years ago. I was sitting in some like seminar about publishing books because I want to be a writer eventually, but then I like got a text from a buddy and it was just a photo of his TV. He's like, "You're on TV, dude." And I was like, "Oh, what?"
Oh, cool.
Because like one of her producers had called and been like, "Hey, like Ellen really likes your clip and she's interested in maybe like flying you out to California to like come perform on the show for the here's my talent section of the show." I'm like, "Oh, that'd be sick." But then she just sort of like it went cold and she never really called back. Or
She
anything.
just
But,
played it on the show.
Yeah, exactly. We just sort of assumed
So-
like, oh, I guess nothing's gonna happen, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, there it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys know the Damn Daniel meme?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they got
They
on the
were
show.
on their show
Yeah.
too. They got like a
Yeah.
lifetime supply of Vans and like
Yeah.
two
And they like
surfboards.
donated them. They like
Really?
they donated all the shoes. They were like, "It's cool." I don't know.
That's
it's
sick.
Awesome.
That's
But
incredible.
It's crazy how quickly they picked that up. Like right away, they were like, the Ellen DeGeneres show had them
She's
on like
so
that week.
fast.
Yeah.
She caught like their scout caught our video when it had like 600 views. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's
Like,
crazy.
so
I
slow.
think
don't
they
know
probably
what
have
they
like
do.
interns just like sit on YouTube all day.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
we
That'd be a
talked
sick
to
job.
like the producer that found it. He's like, yeah, I'd pretty much just like scour the internet and go like link like related to related YouTube videos
Yeah,
all day. Like,
that's awesome.
Find the new stuff. But yeah,
Cool.
that Damn Daniel kid, like one of the kids got his house swatted, where someone like called the
Oh,
SWAT team on his
yeah.
house.
Really? Just because he
Yeah,
was famous? or-
Exactly.
Dang.
Yeah. There's like an article I read about just the repercussions of like overnight
Of the fame.
fame. Yeah.
Well, the thing is now it can literally happen overnight. Like you can go
Yeah.
viral with like a bunch of retweets and
That's what
like
happened
shares
with
and
the
stuff.
Exactly.
It's that boy.
Yeah.
That's what happened with that.
Talking about
You know,
that.
I was late. I was late on that
Really?
meme. Yeah, I only
Yeah.
saw it like a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
well,
only
yeah.
been out for a
it's
few
on-
weeks.
It's honestly, yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I saw it and then it was there. It was just like, okay.
Did you guys see the Run for Cover? Like they recreated it.
No, with
Oh
the
god damn it, dude!
Oh,
It's so
man.
funny. Run for
Nick-
Cover
Nick
Records.
is the
They-
resident
the
meme
actual Run for
professional.
Cover Records did that, or was it done to
No, they
them?
posted it on their
Okay.
Facebook
That's
page.
awesome.
And it's just like this peaked like hip hop trap music, just
Yeah.
like super loud, and then a guy in a green suit on a unicycle, and
Oh,
everyone's
man.
like, "Oh shit, it's that boy!" It's really good stuff.
That's awesome.
Lots of memes out there to,
Oh yeah,
to explore.
Gotta rep the
Nick knows
memes.
most of them.
Yeah, Nick is a meme connoisseur. we'll be like all trying to go to sleep, and Nick will just start cracking up. And we're like, "What?" And he's
Gets-
like, "Dude, I just saw it," and he'll read it.
He gets the Nick giggles at night.
When you live next to that anime kid, and
That face one.
yeah,
That's good stuff.
yeah,
So Nathan, you used to work at Audiotree.
yeah. Just
So-
for a little bit. I was an intern there for 2 summers.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, I was saying before, but one of my favorite like musical outlet ideas that has happened recently.
Yeah.
Because like I think seeing live music performances is so important in this day and age.
Totally.
Because anyone can sound good in the studio now. You know,
right.
it's
There's all the movie magic. And,
hocus pocus.
yeah, exactly.
All that stuff. Tell me about like record. What did you do there actually? That's
Sure.
a better question.
So one summer I was a business intern there, so I did basically the finding out what bands were coming through Chicago. The Audiotree is based out of Chicago, and I would find out, who's coming to town, who I was interested in, and then just anybody, and sort of compile a list of that, and just sort of let them know, hey, these are the people you can contact, get all their contact information, so that if we wanted to reach out to them, we could. And then also I went through like submissions. If bands submitted their music, I would listen to it and sort of give a write-up about it, so that
People they would know.
everybody Audiotree that works there can sort of like look through it and read through it, and if something appealed to them, they could listen to it, see if it was something we'd maybe be interested in.
Is it a
working
pretty
with.
big team of people?
It's not too big. They all work really hard and handle all their stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like probably around 20 people. or
Okay.
less. So yeah, it's cool. They all work really hard. They're all really good people. So
My
Yeah.
roommates, I used to live with the dudes in the band Gates.
okay, yeah,
And
yeah, they played a few Audiotree, and then they also got a music video.
They did a
done.
music video
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah. They did a music video in Gary, Indiana. It's like all these abandoned buildings.
that
and stuff.
Audiotree like did audio for.
They
or,
did
like-
the like actual like filming of it.
Oh,
the video.
cool.
So Austin Peters did a lot of the editing, I know, and I know a bunch of other people worked on it as well from there, Sean Kahn and people like that. So
Cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
There's a few more things like that popping up now. Like there's Little Elephant Sessions.
And Litterbox and
Litterbox, yeah. In Angles just did one like a month
really?
ago. It came out so
Dude,
good.
We were gonna do one today, but it didn't work out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's okay though. But we're definitely trying to do that again soon.
Really nice guys.
Is yours?
We didn't put it up yet.
Okay,
because we just
stoked to see
released
that.
our album and like so we're gonna like wait a month
That's
or some
smart.
shit.
That's a good way to do it.
Try to time it.
Yeah, dude.
Stuff all right.
Dude, they do it right though. Their stuff sounds really good.
Yeah.
So, all those places do. Yeah, Little Elephant,
It's cool.
Audiotree, definitely. I feel like Audiotree is sort of like, you know,
I
the
thought
head
they
honcho.
started it.
I was
really.
gonna say
I think
they're really the first
Yeah.
to focus
Yeah,
on that and like
the
attract
OG.
fans for that. Yeah, for that reason. And they're cool too because they're like a sort of a one-stop shop in terms of productions.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, they'll actually track records there. They function as almost a label for a couple bands.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they've done a record or 2 records, or like they've done a record for The Soil and the Sun, their album Median they did, and then they were helping track their new one, and then they've done stuff for this other guy Kellen and me, who's actually now in The Soil and the Sun.
Okay.
But yeah, other bands have recorded their records at that same studio, just not when it was Audiotree. So like
Sure.
Maps and Atlas's first EP was actually recorded at the same studio.
No shit. I didn't know that.
I'm not sure if Margot and the Nuclear So-and-So's record was recorded there, but one of the engineers that works at Audiotree did work on their records.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think it wasn't an Audiotree production by any means, but it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Do they work on like sponsorships?
Not really. It's just sort of bands they want to work with. If they're sort of like, is that what you mean? Like if they're excited about a band, they'll work with.
Like,
them.
how does Audiotree stay afloat? Is it like technically a business? Or
It's totally a business.
Okay.
And they sell the sessions after like they do it.
Yeah.
And then they also so they'll sell the audio and the video, and then they also like monetize the YouTube. So
Perfect.
advertisements before on a YouTube channel, like all that, or some of that money goes to them.
I mean, plus they do like they do a music festival at least once a year. I think that maybe they do a couple, but
just one.
Just one. They have their hand in setting up these festivals, and like they attract some like pretty good talent. It was like Fall of Troy and Chon last year.
Yeah, and they went on tour with Fall of Troy in Europe as well, and like filmed that.
Yeah,
Oh, sick.
So they really have like hands in a bunch of the different areas of production. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Video shows, like
I mean, they're definitely
documentary.
savvy with
Absolutely.
They know what
video,
they're doing.
audio. Yeah.
They definitely know what they're doing.
And Audiotree Fest is in Chicago, I'm assuming.
It's actually in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Both of the owners are from Kalamazoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so they did that, and they actually just announced the new lineup for this year's festival, and they've got some cool bands on there, like Rah Rah Riot's on there, and
Sweet.
They're tight. I used to listen to them a lot in high school. And
Nice.
stuff, so.
Kalamazoo's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Really cool, like DIY. I played Shakespeare's pub there.
I've only been there once, and it was when I went to the festival, and I was driving through, and I saw Shakespeare's, and
Nice.
it was cool. Yeah.
They do. My friend Steve does a punk fest every August called Fat Guy Fest.
Okay.
And I think I have the poster. Yeah.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
Giant big fat cat.
That's awesome.
It's more like punk bands, but he had like Cheap Girls and Direct Hit, World's Scariest Police Chases, stuff.
Dude.
Oh, Cardboard Swords.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right on.
Bong Mountain. I think
That's
that's like
awesome.
a Michigan emo indie band. Yeah, but it's a pretty cool fest.
So are bikes like a thing in Kalamazoo? I'm just looking at this poster, and there's bikes on it and stuff. Is that like a thing in the culture? Do you know?
It might be. I don't
I
know.
know like in like DC, there's like a lot of like moped gangs. I was talking to my friend Jen about that.
Really?
Yeah, they have like people like build mopeds and then just like hang out, and they're like in a gang, and like not like necessarily like a hard gang or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Like crew.
yeah,
Kinda,
a crew
per
sort of
se.
thing, and they all just sort of roll together and whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't know why mopeds, but it's cool. I think it's tight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. That's funny because the dude who actually runs that fest, his band is called Bike Tough.
Okay, yeah. So
So-
maybe that's why he is thinking about bikes
But
all the time. Yeah.
But I'd say around here too. I mean, there's a lot because this New Brunswick's like it kind of sucks to have a car at times if you're a college
Okay,
student.
yeah.
So like even my roommate, like he's always working on bikes and like
Right.
reselling them, and like he rides his bike everywhere. And he's a public transit major, so
Okay.
he doesn't even have a car. He moved up here from Florida,
Yeah.
and he's going to Rutgers for that. And
Cool.
like, yeah. So
Yeah,
Wow.
that's awesome. Yeah, bikes are definitely like a way to get around, and there's way like easier places to like squeeze your bike in than there are for cars.
for sure.
Yeah.
If only I knew how to ride one. Like, well,
Yeah, dude. Well, it's the cool thing about mopeds is you don't have to have a license. You just have to register them. Like you don't have to have you have to have a motorcycle license, and you have to like go through all this like training and stuff for a motorcycle. But for mopeds, you can just sort of like
just get one.
Yeah, just get one. You just
Oh,
have
no
to
shit.
register it with the state, and then you're good. Yeah, you just can't ride them on the highway, but that's it.
Yeah,
So
that's
kind
cool.
of cool. Yeah.
How about in Bloomington? Is it like more of a car?
It's like bikes.
It's a bike down.
Like
Yeah.
bikes, like just like pedal bikes.
Yeah.
And yeah, people are all about that. And
There's this like event that happens once a year.
Pretty nationally known.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called like quote the like biggest like weekend in college whatever, like biggest party weekend in college or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's called the Little 500 race, and it's just like a bike race that's like 500 laps.
Yeah.
Like Indianapolis is known for the Indianapolis 500, the big racing thing, and so IU, the biggest public university in Indiana, does this little 500 where it's just bikes and typically all like the Greek houses and then a few like independent houses get a team and just ride around a track on bikes, and so it's just an excuse to just get like smashed. Like, all week.
It turns into a party thing.
It's kind of really
awful.
annoying, but
It's insane. Like professors actually call off class that week.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't have class after Wednesday on that week just because
Wow.
none of my professors. They're like, nobody's gonna show
Nobody's
up.
gonna show
Like,
up.
yeah,
Dang, that's
but
disappointing.
there was a movie made about it called Breaking Away, about the race itself.
Who was
and-
in it? It was one of the dudes from The Parent Trap. Whoever the dad is in The Parent Trap.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the movie. He was
Oh,
like
I
one of the
didn't
star people.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan.
Twice.
It was crazy. Yeah, she played every role in that movie. It was like Norbit.
That's why it was such a breakthrough film.
Yeah.
Just a masterpiece in costuming.
And that's all in Bloomington, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bloomington.
it's in
Bloomington, like the major city in Indiana, would you say?
No, Indianapolis.
Oh,
Indianapolis,
that's
yeah.
one I was
It's
forgetting.
I mean it's kind of
Bloomington's
like
a college town. Like it's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
Indiana
It was an
University
awesome
is.
town when we were there
beautiful.
last summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. It's sort of an oasis for southern Bloomington. There's
Yeah.
like not a whole bunch of like I don't know, like social or culture or anything really. It's just a lot of like
Yeah.
sort of hills and empty fields for the most part, but then Bloomington sort of crops up in the middle of nowhere just because of the university.
Oh yeah.
Do you find like it's a mix between college kids and like older, like more conservative people?
Oh yeah, we've
Yeah.
got like the townies are the people who like they either like were born there or they like went to college and never left, which is like cool because it's a great town, but at the same time,
They tend to have
Kinda
like a bad rap. Like if
Yeah.
you're called a townie, that's like kind of an insult.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like you're calling your friend an idiot.
it's
Yeah.
like yo dude, you need to go somewhere or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like when we played at Nick, we played at your house
Yeah.
last summer.
Yeah.
Invalids played, and we went for a walk because I think there was a Pride festival in town that day
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And we're like, awesome, let's go check it out. Like saw all rainbows and like a stage and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were walking there, and we asked someone like a few blocks away from your house, like, hey, how can we get to that Pride festival? And it was like an older dude, like either guinea tee tank top or shirtless, and he was like, oh, you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
That sounds like Bloomington.
Sounds about right.
And we're like, oh shit.
It is like remarkable in Bloomington. So like in the actual like Bloomington proper, like in the
campus?
town, in
Oh.
the campus, in like the downtown, everybody's like very very liberal. And then the second you step like out of that, it's just like backwoodsman.
Conservative.
It's
a
crazy.
Interesting
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't know. It's funny. There's a lot of cool stuff around Bloomington too. Like there's state parks like surrounding the whole entire like
Yeah.
like city or town
Nice.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. So there's always something to do. There's like a few lakes. John Mellencamp, I don't know if you know. He's like John Cougar Mellencamp. He's from there, and he's like the claim to fame, I guess, for Bloomington.
Cool.
But yeah,
I'd say there's a pretty good DIY scene too. I'm basing it off of
yeah.
show
Honestly,
you're
House
at.
Olympics kind of made that though. That's like that DIY scene is pretty much thanks to like Nick and everybody in House Olympics.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been around. There's been some big. I'm not really the expert on like the DIY scene for Bloomington. That'd be TJ from my other band, but there's been some like touring bands that come out of Bloomington, and Bloomington used to be, I guess, pretty big. But
Like the folk punk.
There was some
scene.
like punk.
Planet
that's what I'm
X,
saying.
Planet X Records. Shoot, what's
Were they based out of Bloomington?
Yeah, Planet
Yeah,
X is
Chris-
based out of
Chris
Bloomington.
is
What's
from
their
Secretly
name?
Ghost Mice.
Ghost Mice,
Yeah.
Ghost Mice is like legendary in the folk punk scene.
Yeah.
And so Bloomington, I think, was really known for that.
Yeah.
But the folk punk scene is, at least in my opinion, it's kind of dying. At least I don't see too much of it.
Uh-oh, dude.
Like
You
promoted
did-
around.
We're gonna get so much hate for that. I'm just kidding. No.
Folk punks don't have computers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
But it's cool. It's like it's starting to like get revitalized. Like
It's cool with a new wave of music too,
Yeah, new
which
wave.
Yeah.
helps keep it fresh.
yeah,
Totally.
like there's this one venue in town that gets pretty consistently good bands like Balance and Composure and Roger Harvey came through the other week
Yeah.
or the other month. Mitski came through.
Nice.
Tiny Moving Parts has come through. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's starting to like sort of get revitalized.
People are starting to realize like, oh, this is a college town, and people come to shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a kind of it's kind of like a bar scene, but there's also
Catch 22.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We had like Del the Funky Homo Sapien come through a few weeks ago, and he's like this awesome rapper, and he was there, and White Lungs coming through soon. I like them a lot. But
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's the one thing this area is lacking is a legitimate all ages venue.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some Jersey's weird like this. I was telling you guys before. This is mostly like house basement shows over here or
Right,
DIY spots.
right.
There's like 21 plus venues because it's a college town and bars, but there's nowhere all ages like within this city that you could play really. So it's hard to
Yeah.
get kids into the scene, and you kind of can through like house shows and stuff.
Right,
but,
right,
Yeah.
right.
But I mean, we do have venues in North Jersey and South Jersey. It's just for some reason over here, like when I was in high school, it was a lot of like Hall VFW shows.
Yeah.
But that was also the generation of like dumb meathead metalcore mosh
Okay.
pits.
yeah, exactly.
So like that would like we would play a show at a new venue, and it would also be the last show at that place. 'Cause
Yeah.
the owner's like, I'm never fucking doing this again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to start up like an all ages venue because there's
Yeah.
one in Bloomington. It's called
It's just
called
started up.
it's called Rhinos, but like
Oh, that
It's
one.
actually
it's one of those where like 20 rules on the wall and like
Yeah.
they kind of
Yeah.
enforce it. Not that like enforcing rules is bad, but like once you start doing that, there's like a stigma that gets created.
Sure.
Like this is where the high school kids go. This is kind of lame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
awesome.
youth
Exactly.
center because they do
It's
have
a-
activities
yeah.
during the day.
Except
Center,
they
so.
Haste the Day played like their last show before their hiatus at that, and they
Right.
actually they shot
Sold
their live
out.
DVD at that place.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
If you
wow.
watch that DVD, it's like
Yeah.
insane.
It's unreal, and
Yeah,
like I'm
they
sure,
forgot about that,
everywhere.
man.
yeah, right.
Against Me's played there as
Yeah.
well. Like one of the biggest punk names ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
drawn some good bands. It's just so
Yeah.
hard to maintain like a good, like Nick was saying, a good
Yeah.
rapport amongst people when you have to
It's-
like
It's
pander
hard.
to all
It's so
ages.
hard to
Yeah.
keep a
Yeah.
venue,
And
like-
it's hard because it's a business too. You
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely.
When
Yeah.
we do
Totally.
house shows, there's a risk, but like there's no, you don't have to pay money to rent it out. right?
Exactly. It's
Exactly.
like it's your
and
house.
it's not like like you're not going to get sued if something goes wrong more
Exactly.
than likely, unless
Yeah.
it's an extreme case. But that's something
Yeah,
they have to
your
worry
house falls
about.
on somebody.
It's hard.
Yeah.
The
But yeah.
biggest thing with like house venues is like just knowing how to like book a show, and then B, just like the stigma around
turn
it.
your mic.
So like for some reason our house is like, I guess word on the street is our house has been like a straight edge house. But
What?
none of us claim edge or anything. I mean, I don't claim edge, but I like have those tendencies, and apparently the word on the street is like we're boring guys who just throw like
What?
shows and like we're a straight
Are
edge
you
house,
serious?
which is weird
Okay,
because
but
like
here's-
that's
I'll
not
I'll be honest,
right.
I started all
Here's-
those rumors.
I'm starting to think though it's just like people getting salty because like
It
I mean
used
I
to
don't
be a
want
party
I don't
house.
want to toot my own horn, but like that's probably the house to play in Bloomington. Like
It is.
Yeah.
yeah,
100%.
and
That just sounds like college like drama gossip.
It is. It
dude.
is stupid gossip.
I think it's hilarious.
Here's-
I think it's hilarious.
Here's what used to happen: is it like before you lived there, it was bands that were local bands. They would play, and it would be for parties. And so
Yeah,
it was
strictly parties.
It was like people
Yeah.
would try and steal toaster ovens and like throw bottles against
It
the wall
used,
and
it
stuff
used to
like
be
that.
bad. Yeah,
it was like weird. We go to parties at that house and be like, oh,
That
people
house,
get
get-
trashed.
there's
And it's
this
like
thing-
every night there's like multiple kids just like
that house is
puking.
Yeah.
infamous.
There's this
Yeah.
thing called the Swiss list, and like it basically lists off parties for that night, so you can go on this like I don't know, it's an app or whatever, but you go on and you see like, oh, there's a party at this address, let's go there. And
Like people will like upload their parties
I think
to
it
this
just
database.
I
No,
think
no, no, it's like
Swiss
people-
list curates it. They like find a party and they're like, this is going on. And
Oh, wow.
so,
But
but-
it's supposed to be like you upload your party or you list it.
yeah, but it ends up not. I feel like being that way. I don't know,
No.
but it would end up being that like there'd be a house show, and then it would get on the Swiss list, and a bunch of people that were undesirable for the house show scene, like the fratty kind of dudes, would show up and like start partying, and it just ruined the
Right.
show for everybody.
Thinking it's like just an alcohol outlet, and they
Yeah.
don't like show up, and it's like, where'd they come from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who invited you? But since Nick's been there, it's been like really cool bands coming through. Like, Secret Grief was there last week, and
We've gotten
played with
bands
them.
as big as like Frameworks and the
Frameworks.
Saddest Landscape to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This band called Invalids was there. It was
yeah,
really cool.
this weird ass band called Invalids.
Oh man, that show was a lot of fun.
That was
though.
awesome. That was
Yeah.
so
Haven't
fun.
topped it. Haven't topped it since.
That was honestly
Sure,
the
it's
best show
still
I've seen
cool
there.
that it's awesome that you're still doing shows, regardless of whether like, dude, it's better that you're running shows than parties. You know?
Oh hell yeah,
Like,
dude.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
because
It's
in
about
Bloomington
the
you can go to a
music.
party literally any night of the week. But like
Yeah.
if you want to go to like a
You
tight,
can accidentally end up in a party.
you can
if you're careful.
accidentally end up
We've
at the
done
party.
that.
But if
We've
you
been
want to
in
go to
neighbors'
like I don't know a show that's not like you don't have to pay like $12 to go to the Bishop to like feel like you have to get drink and feel like pay $12 to see a band. You like all right, I'll kind of see them. Here it's just like strictly donations. Like I mean we kind of peer pressure you into like donating
Sure.
because
Yeah,
touring is
touring
hard. But
is
like if
hard.
you don't have money, we're not going
But
to
it's
turn
yeah,
you
it's
away.
like, it's like $5. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's not
you're
too
not
much.
breaking the bank.
Yeah,
No.
there's,
Two
there's
beers,
no house
maybe.
to
Yeah.
Yeah.
or there's no like building fee to pay off or anything like that.
Right.
So it's easy.
No.
But
So yeah,
Yeah, keep it up, dude. Get a good
Yeah.
thing going.
thanks.
yeah.
Are you guys all living in that area for a while still?
Well,
I will be. I have one more year of school left.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Nathan and I just graduated, so
yeah,
we're
we're
off
moving
to
on
Wild
up.
Blue Yonder.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal is all like for all of us to stick together and keep playing and stuff like that. So as
you-
much as we can.
You pretty much finished school and went on tour? Or?
Yeah, that was like literally
Yeah.
a week later. We graduated and Paul walked. I didn't, and then we just like left. We got in a van or in our RAV4 and left. Not quite a van, but
Whatever works.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly,
As long as
exactly.
it functions.
As long as it works.
yeah.
That's how Invalids toured too. We
Yeah.
toured in our bass player's Kia, and we strapped
I
all of
remember
our
that.
belongings to the roof of the
Exactly.
car.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, that's actually like how I
That's
based
sick.
it. Like, because Pete hit me up and was like, "Hey, can we use your amps?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we brought our own amps, so we didn't bring our own kit. And then, also like asking for places to stay and stuff like that. It's really cool. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for letting us stay at your
Yeah.
house. By the way, seriously,
Yeah,
really
no-
appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah,
It really means a lot.
I'm glad I could help
Yeah.
repay the favor.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys could play some Pokemon tournament too.
Oh, yeah, that was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thought Nick
times.
was gonna break down and cry a little bit when he saw that game on the
I
top
did
table.
break down and
He was
cry.
freaking out last night. We got in at like it was like 12:30, and he was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. I passed
Okay.
out. I passed out when I got back. I
Yeah.
went to sleep in my dirty, sweaty clothes.
Oh.
And Nick called me, and I was like, "Oh man, can we do the podcast tomorrow morning?"
Yeah.
I just don't feel
Yeah.
good.
We got time. We got time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not worried about it. So yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was
That's
having
cool.
one of those weeks where like I kept getting less sleep every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
And-
been one of those days.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I know how
Yeah.
that goes.
I feel that definitely.
You guys hear New Limp Bizkit by chance? The Golden Cobra?
No.
No, I
It's
have
not
not.
even new at this point. It's just new to me because
Oh,
I
wait,
still
I
can't
heard about
stomach
that.
it. It's fucked up.
I heard
Wait,
about
wait,
that.
what year did that come
It was
out?
like last semester, like 2
Oh.
semesters
Wait,
ago.
didn't they turn into like a gent band? Or who am I thinking of?
As Cities Burn tried to do that.
They tried to go gent.
No, not
Papa,
Gent, they
no,
tried to
Papa
go-
Roach. Papa
Papa
Roach
Roach.
tried to go gent.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How am I
Like
just
gent,
now
not
hearing this?
gent, not in like periphery sense, but gent in like the gent,
Like new metal gent.
Yeah,
Okay.
new metal gent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, like As Cities Burn, like they
I
they
love
tried
them,
to-
by the way.
they're amazing.
Yeah.
And Come Not Sleep is one of my favorite records. It's so good. But they tried to go like a metalcore route. Like they had like breakdowns and stuff. It was like overproduced for
end?
them. No, like they put out 2 new songs when they did like a reunion tour for
Uh-huh.
Son I Loved You at Your Darkest.
With the old
With
singer.
the old
in the
singer.
back.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean the songs were interesting, but it just wasn't As Cities Burn. It wasn't like anything really notable either. It wasn't like there's some cool metalcore, but that wasn't it.
It's
You know
hard
what
to
I mean?
recapture that, like,
Dude, it
Son,
was something
Son I
so
Love You at Your
magical.
Darkest was like for me a really big album.
Oh yeah.
And Come Now Sleep is great too. They're just they were good. I liked the later stuff too.
Yeah,
It was different.
definitely different.
Yeah.
But it was a cool progression. This didn't feel. It was kind of like I know there was a lot of time in between, but it was still just kind of like it was more trying to like appeal to something as opposed to like being true to their art and like what As Cities Burn has been.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of need you're kind of you should try to keep a consistent progression in your art. If like the name of your art piece is As Cities Burn, it should like
stay
feel
true
cohesive.
to what it is.
Right, and that doesn't mean like stay in a box though. That just means sort of like
It means no metalcore.
means no metalcore. No, it means like I mean it just didn't feel. It felt.
It's got to feel genuine.
It
still.
didn't. That's exactly what it was. It just didn't feel sincere, and it was kind of like they put out these songs, and I love them. Maybe they'd have things to say about that if I
They hear this and then they beat you up.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
hear that.
like-
Yeah, they're gonna
like-
hear me.
Oh, they're
talking
good
shit.
Christians.
They're
They're
gonna
good Christians.
give a
Come
crap
to our
about what I have
show
to say.
in New York.
Yeah.
Behind the bleachers.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, if somebody like explained those songs to me and like had a way to explain it in a way that was like showed me what they were actually about,
what
that'd be
they
cool.
were going for.
Yeah,
You think
exactly.
they were like kind of trying to jump the shark?
It was just kind of like
to paraphrase.
they reunited and they wanted to put out a few songs to be like, hey, by the way, we're still here, but they were like, oh, maybe our music isn't relevant anymore, so let's put out these songs that are more like overproduced.
Yeah.
And that's something I liked about them is they were really raw.
Yeah.
They were
It was
really
just, like,
overproduced.
No, it's just I love that they were overproduced. No, it was just like so visceral before. It was like his voice would break and it just like
It was good.
It was just oh my gosh, it made me want to cry. It was so good.
I think if Underoath did a new record, though, it would be relevant.
oh my
for some
gosh,
reason.
Underoath because
If
they've
Under-
always been
when-
about the
when
art.
they release
when,
it.
Exactly.
When they
I
release-
saw
yeah.
an interview with Aaron and Spencer,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, we're totally open to the possibility of new music. Seems like a waste to get together and throw it away." You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's
that's
the thing.
awesome.
Is like
Hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed on that. one.
we went to Grand Rapids to see them and my
Oh, the
gosh,
reunion
it's-
tour. I'm
Oh,
such
yeah.
an idiot for not going. I'm so
so
mad
mad
at
at
It's
you.
myself.
insane.
So good.
So mad I couldn't.
They played both albums straight. They played Safety and Define the Great Line.
Line.
It was so cool. But yeah, I think like they were a band. The reason they broke up, and they've said this in interviews, was they didn't feel like they were being true to their art. And like, so they're a band that I like really respect for that. They're like about the art as opposed to the like the business side of it or whatever. Like,
Sure.
it's stupid.
Or
So-
the prestige, like people just being like,
Yeah.
people like us, so
We gotta
like
keep
I just
going.
want to have people keep liking
Yeah,
us.
it's like a
no matter
popularity
like,
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They were in it for the music, and then once they felt like that was taking a hit, they're like, well, let's step back.
Yeah, and they did have like a lot of issues. Like I know, like drug issues with some members of the band that they were like angry about, and so it was just sort of
Sure.
like a
It
hostile
gets-
environment.
it gets
for them.
hard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they just sort of wanted to take a step back and sort of like reevaluate things and sort of wait till everybody's back on the same page
That's
before
cool.
they moved on.
A
So, yeah.
lot of bands do that too, to
Yeah.
kind of like step back from the major label mechanism that they got sucked into.
Exactly.
Take like 5 years, regroup on their own life, and
Yeah.
like stop living this like weird band life that they built.
Right.
But it's funny because like that's what I feel like a lot of bands are aiming. Like I'd love to tour it 10 months out of the year.
Me
Totally,
too. Yeah,
totally
exactly.
would.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I guess at a point it gets kind of like tricky with like when money gets involved.
Right.
When people are investing more money on you, I can imagine
Yeah.
getting much
Yeah.
trickier.
It's a lot of pressure, and definitely from the label. Like I feel like Tooth and Nail was probably pretty good to them, or Solid State
Yeah.
was like
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
them about respecting what they wanted. But
Yeah, because it's a big
apparently
cash grab.
they are. That's the thing. Here's the
Exactly,
thing
yeah.
is,
They probably
Define the
all
Great
know.
Line. They sell like 100 records,
Yeah,
100 copies
I'm
of
fr-
that every year.
I worked with the drummer from this band on Solid State Forevermore. I worked with him last summer, and he said that even still, as of last summer, they still sell 100 copies of Define the Great Line every week.
Every week.
Every week.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
because they make so much money off of Underoath.
Yeah.
which
It's
is
incredible.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's
like-
crazy to think it's still. I guess new people are finding out about it.
Yeah.
And I guess people just want to buy it too.
Yeah, it
It's
is
so
weird to
good.
think like the market's still not saturated with them.
No, it's
But yeah, I mean,
Underoath
like,
is Underoath.
yeah, and like as you were saying, Nathan, just like the more relationships, like labels and like management, yada yada yada, and the more like partnerships come into play, the more complicated things become.
Yeah.
So
Well, then
you
also they
can-
were
you
growing
can-
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and
they-
I
they
mean,
had
and you can
kids and-
see totally.
Yeah.
And, like for artists who just want to like perform their music and stuff, you can see like once it becomes convoluted and suddenly, like if you're still selling 100 albums a week, like there are a lot of people that want a piece of the pie, and so
Oh, yeah.
you could see how it becomes frustrating or like obnoxious to have to deal with like all these people who are just in it for,
Yeah.
a part of your whatever you've built.
That's what I always like about DIY is
Yeah.
because it's all stripped down.
Yeah, you can't have an ulterior motive because
Yeah.
like, you can't be in it for the money or else you're in trouble.
Yeah.
you won't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cool culture with DIY. Like I don't know. It's just
I think
like-
that's why it's a cool culture, is
Yeah.
because you have to be genuine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no way to fake it, and like you have to put a lot into it. Like you're opening your home up to people, and you're sharing your space, and you're supporting people, and going out of your way to do things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do, or like
Yeah.
other people wouldn't want to do. I guess maybe I don't know, but you want to do it. That's why you're there, and like that's the cool thing about the culture is it's sort of like a collective of people that are all really like-minded and
Mostly
Push hard.
grounded for the most part. Grounded
mostly
people.
grounded. Yeah, exactly.
Everyone has a job. Like
Yeah,
no
exactly.
one's like, yeah, we're on the road.
yeah.
Exactly.
I've had like at least in my lifetime 6 different bands say, yeah, man, we're going full time. We're gonna be a full time band, and then
Right.
like I'd say 3 or 4 of them broke up like 2 months later.
Yep, exactly.
It's hard.
And those
It's
are those are
hard.
famous last words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We're
You gotta.
full-time now.
There's a grain of salt with that.
Yeah.
That's definitely the scary thing for us is we want to tour as much as we can, but being realistic, there's student loans and things like that.
Yeah,
so
dude.
we'll see what booking is awful. I don't like booking. If anyone wants to help me with any shows, that'd be awesome. But you know what I mean? It's like I hate booking, but
I mean, all the dates on this tour are solid though, right? You
yeah,
show 'em
they've
forever.
been
Yeah,
great shows. They've been awesome
Totally.
shows. It
It's
was
just
like
the barrier
a
of like
process.
starting.
Oh, dude,
it was
yeah.
like I didn't have time to write, or like we're recording a new record and I'm producing it, and it's like I haven't had time
It's
to do
a
that.
headache. It's a headache. You have it like hanging over you, and you have to follow up
Exactly.
with
It's
everyone.
just-
I could write, or I could book this tour that's in May. It's like I
Yeah.
got to do that. So
In March, I booked tours for 2 of the bands I'm in.
yeah,
Plus, I helped another band called Lobby Boxer from St. Louis.
Oh, shoot. Lobby Boxer's playing my house in like
Shoot.
less than 2 weeks.
dude, the rat.
Yeah.
I put their CD out. It's not on the wall, but it's in my room.
Oh,
I put
tight.
their
Yeah, they're
last CD
coming
out.
through with
Check
sick.
artist.
Sports from Massachusetts.
Oh, I fucking love sports.
yeah,
I've never
sports
seen them.
Sports is tight. They're really good.
Yeah. So I was helping them out because like they went on their first tour this summer. And Angles did some dates with them too, and I booked a tour for In Angles and The Best of the Worst. And it was just like this cloud of like just all these things I knew I had to do just sitting over me for a
Just
minute.
anxiety incarnate.
Before that, I was like, I think I want to like help bands book shows. And after that, I was like, no,
never again.
I don't want to do that.
Do you use like sheets for that? Do you use like Google Docs or anything like that?
Yeah, well, just like a notepad thing and just keep it like who I followed up with. And it sucks that so much of it has to be through Facebook.
Dude, well, and then nobody
Seriously.
responds, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I just wish like it could be all email, because sometimes I want to delete my Facebook. I obviously never will, but it's just like
It's a hard thing.
I hate being married to it for the necessity of music. Like
Exactly.
I wish there was a different way to do all that
Dude,
shit. You
MySpace, man. We all got to go back to MySpace.
No, dude, go even earlier. Napster.
know?
We got to go to Zanga.
Zanga.
And hit up LimeWire
I wish my
once a week.
Zanga was still
LimeWire.
there. The first Zanga blog I ever wrote was about why emo isn't like. Emo is a funny label, and so is punk. And like, I was like 13,
Yeah,
and like
dude.
Hot Topic,
Dude.
like no one's punk. Everyone is sad sometimes. Like spilling my heart to the world.
Dude,
To all,
those are
like,
your thoughts.
5
You were
people in
you
the
were
world.
forming them. That's awesome. I found my cousin. My cousin's 8 years older than me, and he was like the dude I looked up to. What up, Coulter? By the way. And I like looked up to him a lot, and he got me into a lot of the music I'm into, and like he was super into Motion City soundtrack and stuff like that. But he had a Zanga, and I found it, and I found his like blog about how he like went to Warped Tour and like snuck in and got backstage passes and would like hang out with the bands. I was like, oh man, this guy's so cool.
That is really
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's play a song. Are there any from you guys or from a band that you guys all want to agree on? We've talked about a lot of bands, but
Dude,
I'm thinking Lesions, but
But the thing is, the other record.
yeah, but
no, but it's got to be Keep You.
it's gotta be
no,
So
but
we've
the
been-
other record.
we've been loving this band, all of us. Pianos Become the Teeth. That record's been out for a while, but it's just so good, and it stands the test of time as like a whole record.
their
It's
new
not-
their newer record.
yeah,
Yeah.
their newer one.
Cool.
They changed. They sound a lot. Well, sort of like he sings a lot, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and which is cool, and it's a crazy progression for that, the whole story of that band and the singer's like life, but then also like that record isn't like there's a few songs that are really rad. It's like from start to finish, it's a solid piece. It's like a masterpiece. It's not just like they had filler
Yeah,
songs
it's
on
got
there.
like a trajectory and ebb and flow to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like 12 singles
Yeah.
strapped together.
Exactly.
Ebb and flow.
Yeah. So
what song?
I vote April.
I vote
See,
Lesions.
it has to be Repine.
Okay, so
We
let's
can-
just
we
do
can do-
nothing because we can't agree.
Oh,
All right.
Say Nothing?
Say Nothing? Okay, cool.
All right,
there we go.
All right, we're gonna
Say
do
Nothing
Say
by
Nothing.
Pianos
Yeah,
Become
we're
the
gonna do
Teeth.
Say Nothing. It's a sad one.
Okay, cool. And then when we come back, we'll talk a little more and play
Yeah.
another Whalebones. We'll play a Whalebones track.
Sick.
All right.
So let's say nothing some more. Is there is something more than me, and I got what I need. But sleeping when I should have been alive, it still gives me sad, but clouds my eyes. I thought about the rust, the quote on the ledge about living on that grave consciousness of life. Oh, what we frame and hang to get by. Whatever keeps your heart light, whatever keeps you is alright by me. Maybe I don't wanna talk about how this life laid me down. more. Trust the sand keeps you.
Gorgeous.
Wow, can't
Very
believe it.
nice commentary.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So we were just talking about the lyrical content of Whalebone songs.
Yeah.
Is that really mostly, or is that when you're like fleshing out lyrics?
Just when I'm fleshing them out. There's some songs that have been like really weird in that so they haven't been released or anything, but like they sort of come together in the song. I guess it's sort of like a stream of consciousness sort of thing, and the lyrics sort of come out of that, and then I'll revise them a little bit, but it works out. But yeah, usually it's like scrutinized, and like I spent like 3 hours on one line once, and it was like, oh, well, that's the line I want now. It's cool.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Like fitting the syllables and melodies, or like how do
yeah.
you write usually?
Yeah, so I'll write like a guitar part and then a melody, or a melody and then a guitar part. Those sort of go back and forth, but then the lyrics come, and it's sort of, I don't know. I just scrutinize over the lyrics because I want it to be very intentional with every word. Like, is that the exact right word I want to use? And oh, well, that doesn't fit, so I have to rethink it, and you know, don't want to settle for something that's less than
Cool.
the exact.
It's good you put that much into it. Yeah.
That's like, I feel like in the live setting you can be more open and free with your interpretation of it, how you perform, how you play the part, or whatever. But
Sure.
like, I feel like on the recording it needs to be exactly what you wanted, exactly what you meant. So.
Yeah, I go crazy in the studio. I'm the worst.
I'm
In
so
every
picky.
band I'm in, I'm that guy. Like,
I
oh,
feel you,
damn.
dude. It's
Yeah.
it's super hard with drums because it's such an adrenaline pumped instrument.
Yeah,
like,
it's very like physical and cardio.
Yeah.
yeah. Nathan knows.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
Nathan the drummer.
Well, it was so Paul and I have been trying to run on this tour, and we're in another band called the Wise Man Sphere, and we're like planning out like a fitness like plan for that tour and stuff.
Cool.
And neither of us have run in a minute, but Paul's way ahead of me just because he drums, and so he's got like the cardio going, and I'm just like lagging behind. I don't know. So yeah.
good to try to stay in shape on the road.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
It's like imperative.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like usually, like you never stay the same. Either you're getting in better shape or you're just falling off. And
That's
getting,
true. Like, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah,
You know?
you're
Yeah.
sitting in a car for 5 hours every day, and then you're
Exactly.
eating McDonald's or
Yeah.
whatever.
Even
so.
if you don't see the actual weight piling on, like your heart is going one of two directions.
Yeah.
You're slowly dying. I mean, we all are
Exactly.
slowly oxidizing or whatever. So.
Okay, let's play another Pianos Become the Sea song.
We're all gonna die. So, they're an influence for the band, I would say.
Yeah, actually,
as
I don't
far
know.
as just, I don't know musically, but I mean, you guys are all fans of them.
Oh, they're
so.
awesome.
Definitely,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
and I think
They're-
more so on this next record. I hadn't heard that when we were writing the Seaside EP.
Okay.
It was-
Right.
Because that was 2 years ago, that EP, right?
Yeah, it was like we released it like a year ago, last
But
July.
Okay.
We started the writing process 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And
One
then it's
whole
just,
minute.
Just 1
Yeah.
minute. But yeah, we
Yes.
just like sat on them and then finally like revise, and then record, and then promotion, press sort of stuff, interviews, and then release, and then here we are.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So, what are some influences for the band? Would you guys say?
A lot of these are actually like newer. I guess like for the Seaside EP, it was definitely Oceana's Clean Head EP. I don't know if you've heard it. 4 songs. It's better than most records. Just those 4 songs put
That's
together.
a cool band, and they were a post-hardcore band
Yeah,
originally too.
they
right?
were. Yeah, and then they totally changed their sound, and now they're called Polyenzo.
Oh, I
And,
didn't know that.
Nick
I
got
didn't-
me into them, and they sound like Radiohead, but like loungy kind of music.
Like-
It's
It's
like-
like Latin lounge
If
radio.
you were to see
Yeah.
Radiohead in like a Caribbean hotel lobby,
Exactly. Exactly. That's what that is.
Nice. I want to check that on my way to work. Polyenzo.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
they're really cool.
They're cool. They sort of alienated their fan base with the Clean Head EP, which is
yeah.
unfortunate because it is really good.
It's so
But-
good.
Some people are probably gonna just want to hear Oceana, even when they go to that
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's thankfully Polyenzo at least has had some good press and people
Yeah.
seem to generally enjoy it. But
Cool.
I know like on the drumming end of things for the EP, like Seosin is like the #1 influence. Like Alex Rodriguez is like one of my favorite drummers of all time.
Awesome.
Oh, he's so good. He's got the perfect number of fills for me because like it's not too much where it's like it doesn't have to be about him, but at the same time like it's never boring. Like you could just
Yeah.
listen to an isolated drum track of that full album and just be like riveted the whole time of their self-titled record.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Do you hear New Seosin by chance?
Yeah,
You hear
I
this
so
song?
did, yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
So
got
good.
I listened to their full Pandora stream. They like streamed
they
it
streamed the whole
early.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's sick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm really happy.
I know
about
one of
it.
the guitarists left, right? Because he's playing in
Yeah.
the Used now.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty awesome.
The dude who like recorded their first EP is still in the band. He's the other guitarist,
Okay.
Bo Birchall, and he's still in the band.
Translating the name EP,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
The drums on that EP, I don't know if you heard it, but
Oh, dude,
it's
that
like
was my jam
this
back in the day.
session metal guy they hired. Because I looked into it.
Oh,
the
they
other
didn't
week.
have, like,
it
a
wasn't the same
drummer.
drummer then.
Interesting.
Oh.
And I guess they had the songs written, but they didn't have a drummer. And oh man, it's just this metal dude who studied under like Dave Weckl, and like there's a live video of him coming on stage and performing like one song like Transition Sincere or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like this dude, fucking long hair, like a Slayer shirt. And he's just
That's
like
totally
cool.
does not fit
he's
the band.
ripping it though. He's so good,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's awesome. I'm really happy that they chose that kind of drummer because I think the drums are some of the strongest parts about Seosin records. And yeah, I was just saying Alex
Yeah.
Rodriguez is perfect, but yeah, like even the EP drums were so cool and they pushed it in the direction that it went.
They perched on their stilts in Dare Me to Break Custom. I remember I downloaded that song off like Kazaa with the dial-up modem, and I
Yep.
was just sitting there like listening to the verse riff.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Oh my gosh, yes.
so good,
Oh
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then more recently, like From Indian Lakes, so good. I don't know if you know them. They're like a indie rock sort of thing. They're really good, and I hadn't heard them before the Seaside EP, or before like after I heard them after the Seaside EP and stuff like that. But
I'll
it's-
check them out. I saw
they're
you had the
super
button,
good.
right?
Yeah, I
Already.
got a little button
Cool.
on my jacket.
Was that a dowsing patch you had?
Oh
too?
no, it's a Twin Peaks. There's a show called Twin
Oh,
Peaks.
yeah, yeah.
I love that show.
And
David
that
Lynch
show's
is
coming back, right?
coming back next year. So excited about it.
and it's like perfectly timed out where when the
Exactly.
show ended and they're like, "See you," and
I'll see you again in 25 years, and she makes this hand pose, which is what I have on my jacket.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, I don't really know what that means, but I thought it was cool. And
Maybe you'll find out.
Maybe we'll find out. Yeah, that's
Maybe
the
it'll
thing
be
about
good.
David
Maybe
Lynch.
you'll resent it.
The thing about this show is like every episode ends with a cliffhanger, and then the very end of the whole show, like CBS kind of ruined the show, or ABC, whichever one hosted it originally, and then early 90s, like ruined it. And so they just like David Lynch was like, whatever, it's over, like we're just gonna end it, and he ended it with a cliffhanger, and so now it's coming back. And
awesome.
It's like perfectly timed.
That's
it's
really
25
cool.
years, and yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, anything else you guys want to add? We're gonna wrap up in a minute. I gotta go to work.
Yeah,
For
shoot,
sure.
dude. Sorry.
No worries.
Check out In Angles. Check out
Yeah,
the Seaside
check out
EP.
In Angles. Seriously.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Sheets is better than Wawa.
Oh shoot.
Right? Thank you. I feel like I take it for granted because like I'm around Wawa all the time, but I love Sheets so much. Every
Yeah.
time I go,
Yeah.
it's like a nice little vacation. The first tour I ever did, I was like 14, 15, and I played in like a post-hardcore band, and we
Yes.
broke down out of Sheets in Altoona, Pennsylvania for like 2 days.
Did you break down or have a breakdown?
Oh, true.
And they gave us 20 free hot dogs.
Oh my
wow.
gosh. I
Go
know.
Sheets.
And
That's
MVP.
awesome.
Sheets miracle. Is
Yeah.
what it was.
That's
Dang.
exactly what that is.
Yeah. All right, so
Incredible.
listen to Whalebones. Definitely, we'll play a Whalebones song
Cool.
now.
Awesome.
What song should we play off the EP?
Yeah, let's do Hiding from the Sea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Cool.
guys. Well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks
dude.
for having us.
This is
you.
awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whalebones.bandcamp.com.
Whalebonesband.bandcamp.com.
Okay, whalebonesband.bandcamp. On all your social media
Yeah.
outlets, whatever, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
2 words.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Peace.
I guess I'm missing the point of it. I guess I'm taking it all for me. Now in my failure I've lost myself, and now I've given it all to the sea. I hope the waves will rip into me. I hope they wreck and destroy all I've been, to take away all my mystery, to separate my soul from my skin. 'Cause I've been hiding from the sea so long. And I've been left alone in beach so long. 'Cause I've been begging for the ocean, I've been crying for the shore, to take this mess that I've created and make me whole once more. I've hit my strength and ability, misrepresented in soul. I have filled, I strayed away from stability, and now the blood of the world I have spilled. The world should ache in my deceit. The sky should crumble and fold for my skin. Ocean should rise up and swallow me. This punishment should unfold for my sin. Oh, don't you try to save me right now, 'cause I'm lost, 'cause I'm lost, 'cause I'm lost. 'Cause I've been hiding from the sea so long, and I've been left alone in beach so long. 'Cause I've been begging for the ocean, I've been crying for the shore, to take this mess that I've created and make me whole once more. I've been hiding from the sea so long, and I've been left alone and beached too long. 'Cause I've been begging for the ocean, been crying for the shore, to take this mess that I've created and make me whole once more.